Would you have went to the Diddy party?
I've been to a few Diddy parties.
You been to a Diddy party?
What's that?
Any ass player is gay.
Any ass player?
All ass players gay.
Like, don't nobody want that old pussy. Okay, Bruce Jenner.
Call
me Caitlyn. Call me Caitlyn. No, your name is fucking Bruce, okay?
Kev was like, yo, man, Torrei set my shit on fire.
That nigga was not coming home the way he should have been coming home.
Come on, Blade.
That motherfucker on fire.
Torrei Hart, man, get this goddamn.
Look, I got my...
Pay attention to everything.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Torrei Hart here. And of course, I'm back with another episode of Brutally Honest. Woo! This motherfuckers is Macy.
How about that?
All right. And today, I have a special friend, a special guest.
Wow.
I've known Mr. Perry for over, what, 20 years?
Yeah.
It's been over 20 years.
I think I knew you before you were mommy.
Yeah, you knew me before I had children.
Wow.
Yes.
Crazy.
And well, let me introduce him before I get into it, y'all.
Okay, let's get into it.
I'm so excited to have him here today. Wow. But he is a comedian, he's an actor, he's a father, he's a incredible husband, and he is just an all-around go-getter, and he's also a vet like myself.
Yes.
Okay?
I just found out you was a vet. I didn't know you was a vet. I just found out.
You just found out?
Yeah. Do you get your disability though?
Not yet.
We got to sign up, Torrei.
Okay, we gotta
sign up.
Let me introduce you first.
Introduce me. I'm sorry.
Let me introduce you first.
I'm sorry. Good.
Got his fedora on and shit. Okay, y'all. Okay, listen. I need y'all to make some noise and give it up for the one and only Mr. Rodney Perry. Hi, Rodney.
How you doing, Torrei Hart?
How are you?
Excellent. I love the hair.
Oh, thank you.
It's giving me what's the Charlie's Angels album.
Charlie.
Get it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so great to see you.
Wow.
I mean, like, I'm super excited to have you here, and it's so
Okay.
good to see you.
I mean, to know you and then to watch your journey from afar has been so dope. From your comedy to acting and producing and creating. I mean, have you achieved everything you wanted to achieve?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
I have a few other things I have to achieve.
I already know.
Yeah. But I mean, we go way back.
Yes.
Okay, so let me tell y'all. Me and Rodney, okay, first of all, we used to hang out. Everybody knows Kevin Hart's my ex-husband.
Right.
And you and Kev, when me and Kev first moved to LA,
Yes.
that was the crew.
Yeah.
Okay? It was me, you, Harry Goodspeed,
Uh-huh.
Deneen Ratchford,
Yep.
Kevin, and Angie.
Angie Perry, yep.
Yes. And so we would be doing Thanksgivings together.
Yes.
We would be at the house. We was hustling at the comedy clubs.
Yes.
We've had some great times. We've had some interesting fun. But you and Angie never got into arguments ever.
Well,
Not in front of us, anyway.
Well, we definitely argue, and 28 years later, we're still together.
Love it.
But every couple had their ups and downs.
Right.
And I just remember those times, so much fun. And I remember thinking Kev was gone, and Kev wasn't gone yet.
What you mean gone?
Gone like he had made it.
Oh.
He had booked some movies, he had booked some TV, he had his own show at one point.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, man, that guy is gone.
Yeah.
But now now he's so much further from that point.
Yeah.
And it's just a pleasure to watch, and absolutely your success as well, and y'all kids, man.
Our kids, Heaven and Hendrix.
Yeah.
And your kids too. I haven't seen your kids in forever.
They all grown now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all grown now. So Rochelle is in the Bahrain. She's in the Navy.
Oh wow.
Right now she's in Bahrain. Raina is at University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. She's a track star.
Come on, Raina.
And
Raina was always a star, period.
Yeah, Raina. She just hit me for $25 today. Okay. As I was waiting.
Right.
No, but and then Rihanna does all my graphics for all my shows and stuff. All my flyers and stuff. She does all that stuff.
Okay.
And so she's working on a graphic art degree right now.
Right.
And then our baby, who you wouldn't have met her, Roxy, she's 15. So that's our baby.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay.
Is it over?
No, it's not over. No, you still alive. You looking good.
Yeah.
You're great. You got the fedora on.
Yeah, hold on.
Walking around looking like Uncle Sam and shit.
I feel like I'm gonna say it right.
Getting money.
Yeah.
Okay, got the gold. The what is this? What is this color?
It's
This
just
is the
white. It's
the
kind of.
white?
It's kind of. It's the only gray I really lean into. You know what
Okay,
I mean?
okay.
But I mean, I don't believe in like as you get older. You know, after a while, you've been around so long, people remember.
Right.
So you can't be dyeing your hair, nigga. I've been looking at you for 30 years. Stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's Angie?
She's doing good. Angela Perry, my wife.
Hi, Angie.
Of 28 years. I think she's about sick of me, though. I think it's almost over.
Why?
No, I'm joking, man.
I was about to say, no, Angie loves you.
You know, we're approaching empty nest. And so
Okay.
this is really a new uncharted for us because kids kind of run interference
Yeah.
through a lifetime. And now it's just her and I, so we got to really figure out what we mean to each other as we navigate this next chapter of our lives.
It's been 28 years, Rodney.
Yeah.
Nigga, you're done. Just stay in it.
Oh, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I told her we ain't going nowhere. I told her we ain't going nowhere. You ain't going and I ain't going. We're going to figure this out.
Right. Yeah. You definitely.
And I don't want to start off with no new chick because my wife is right-handed. My luck, I meet a lefty and the bitch be punching me in the face. I can't see it.
Yeah. I mean, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing. My parents been married for 53 years. Wow. And so, and first of all, I be looking at them like, nobody don't want y'all anyway.
No, nobody want y'all.
No,
Don't
nobody
say
don't
that.
want
Don't
either
say
one
that.
of them. No, it's the truth, okay?
Are you a daddy's girl?
I'm a mommy's girl.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I love my dad, but I've always been a mommy's girl because my mom is just so dope. She is a go-getter. Everything that I get is from my mother.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's the oldest of 9 kids.
Okay.
So she was taking care of kids when she was like 7 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Cooking.
So by the time y'all come along, she like, oh, my own kids ain't never
this
thing.
is easy, but she's a hustler. She's a go-getter. You know, I definitely feel like had my dad not met her, he would still be probably on a stoop somewhere sitting.
Talking.
Right. I mean, she's just like, but he understood the assignment.
Where did the comedy come from, her or him?
Both of them. Really? They're both very funny.
Wow.
Yeah, they're both very funny. My parents are, they used to throw a lot of parties. That's the party girl in me. Okay, but they're also spiritual. Well, my dad is just finally like, you know, he's at the age now where, you know,
Trying to get into heaven.
Yeah. He's like, I'm older now, you know, so I got to know the Lord now.
Yeah.
You know, so he's got to get there. But I mean, both my parents are super dope, but I have to say my mom is just like, she's an amazing woman. Yeah. I love her to death. If it wasn't for my mom, I would not be where I'm at today, you know, in a lot of ways.
I don't know if I ever looked at you. You're pretty as hell.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you know, because it's your boy's wife. You'll be looking at her. I'm like, Torrei Hart, pretty as you're pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I just never like look at women, and I ain't looking at you now, but I'm just saying, I'm looking at your face and the light bouncing off. This is beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Get it, Torrei Hart.
Well, you know, it's the wig. I don't know.
It's the wig. Okay.
And the makeup artist.
Do blondes have more fun?
Shout out to Tamika.
Do blondes have more fun?
I have a lot of fun being a blonde.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've always had fun. I think you know that about
Okay.
me. Probably, you know. Do you have any crazy stories that you can remember? We really go way back.
Okay, the one thing that comes to mind, and I remember this like it was yesterday, cause Kev was like, "Yo, man," and I just got home like 20 minutes ago. Torrei set my shit on fire.
Oh shit! Oh.
I like, she did what? He said, "Nigga, she set I guess you took a trash can and dumped a bunch of his clothes in it."
I did.
And set that shit ablaze.
Set that motherfucker on fire. Yes, I did. And you know why? Because I was pregnant. Okay, that was you know, a lot going on.
Yeah, of course.
And that nigga was not coming home the way he should have been coming home.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, so yes, I did set some shit on fire. But what I didn't know is that it was $10,000 and one of the suit jackets
he told me about
that I set on fire. And I said, why are you hiding money from me anyway?
But he was gambling. And so he would just have money in the pocket somewhere. He said, "Man, I had I guess you had took some stuff to Trader Joe's or not Trader, one of the Buffalo Exchange. I'm telling you, I remember this like yesterday. He said, man, I had a jacket. I tried to go up there and get it. That money was going. I was like, hey, brother, you got to do better, man.
Yeah. But you know what? I love Kev to death. Like,
Yeah.
that's my dog.
Hey, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes we come together for a time.
Yeah.
A space and time, and y'all made some beautiful children.
Yeah.
Had a beautiful life together. Y'all got to learn how to be adults, how to grow up. You know, we got lucky, my wife and I, in terms of we got to learn real time with each other. You know, make mistakes, and it didn't destroy us. And so I just said we just got lucky, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got lucky.
Yeah. Super lucky.
Yeah.
Because you did stick it out.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I feel like if me and Kevin would have stuck it out, I wouldn't be here. I would still be all consumed with him. So I definitely...
It's hard not to be consumed with a guy who's about to be, you know, the top comic in the world. It's hard for it not to be a part of, you know, I even called myself at one point, you know, we was all friends. Of course, me, Kevin, Harry, all those friends. But Kevin was such a magnet that you catch yourself kind of mimicking him.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, yo, like you have to think about it and stop yourself from mimicking your friend. And but he's always been just a great guy, you know. And of course, when I got sick a few years back, he's the first person that called me and see what I need, you know.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
Can we talk about that a little bit? Because
Sure.
I know you did. Because you know what? Honestly, looking at you right now, I forgot you had a stroke.
wow.
No, seriously, you do not. You look amazing. I would have never guessed that you had a stroke. What was that experience like?
I was on the road, Denver, Colorado, and I talked to Joey Wells that day. We had a conversation. I hang with Joey. I talked to another friend of mine, and I was telling him. So Joey was telling us about my friend Mickey. I don't know if you remember Mickey. She was a female comedian, but Mickey had just had a stroke that day.
Mickey, what's her last name?
Mickey Joseph.
Okay.
She had just had a stroke that day, and as he was telling about her symptoms, I was like, yo, I feel like that right now. So I talked to another friend of mine. He was like, Rodney, go get your blood pressure checked right now.
Right.
So I pulled myself together. I was fatigued. I was tired. I went across the street from my hotel to Walmart, put my arm in the sleeve. My blood pressure was 221/140,
Okay.
which is crazy high.
Right.
And I went and did a show that night. I was at the Denver Improv, and I honestly thought this at that moment, Torrei. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna die tonight, I want to die on stage.
Oh, Rodney.
Crazy, right? So my brother who was featuring for me that night, Ryan Evans, we did a show. We went to the VA that night after the show, and I walked in, and I didn't walk out for 45 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I had to learn how to walk in. I had a stroke. My left hand was flicked.
Did it happen on stage or?
I mean, a stroke kind of doesn't happen fast. It kind of takes over some hours. If I went to the emergency room when I first got the blood pressure, I probably could have staved it off altogether. But so it's 5 or 6 hours later, and my blood pressure still, because what happens is you go in and out of the stroke zone, you know. But once you get high, 3-digit number over a 3-digit number, that's a bad day. We're supposed to be 120/80.
120. That's a normal
That's
number.
the optimum blood pressure.
Okay.
You're probably at 120/80 right now.
Right.
You know, but if you had over 3-digit number, it's a bad day. And so I was a 200-digit number over a 100-digit number, which is crazy. And so I walked in there, and the stroke really happened at the hospital. So my left hand, it happened on my left side. My left hand was contorted. I was confined to a wheelchair, and it took me the next 40 days to get on my feet through rehab and everything, back, and get back home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
You're alive.
Better than dead.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, and I mean, here's the thing, you know, because there's a lot of, you know, young people out there, like, when we're a certain age, we don't understand the seriousness of health.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, and being entertainers, we drink. We do things
Yes.
sometimes, you know, that to entertain people.
Indeed.
And because we want people to laugh. We want to bring people joy. And, you know, and we'll go that mark. Do you feel like some of the things that you've done through life contributed to the stroke? Or do
Some
you
of the vices, I'm more of a guy that I believe moderation is the key to life.
Okay.
So
I've never been a creature of crazy excess, but absolutely walk around with no sleep.
Yeah.
You know, just no sleep alone. You know, Steve Harvey says sometimes, hey, you sleep when you're dead. Well, that's not true. You need to sleep.
Yeah.
If you're young out there, you talking, listen to Rodney Perry, go get yourself some rest. And that's where people make a lot of mistakes. You're not getting rest. You stand up all night. You might be drinking. I tell my features and stuff that work with me now, I was like, dog, we having fun, but we ain't even drinking.
Right.
Imagine if we was drunk right now.
Do you still drink?
I drink an occasional. I like bourbon. I like scotch. You know, I smoke an occasional cigar.
You look like a bourbon man.
I'm a bourbon guy.
I'm
definitely a bourbon guy.
You look like a cigar smoker.
I'm not a cognac guy no more, but I'm definitely a bourbon guy.
Okay.
And I don't really do mixed drinks, but moderation though. All things in moderation. Like if I have a drink right now, one drink and I'm good. I'm really I'm hot.
Yeah.
One drink and I'm like good. So I'm kind of never, you know, in that space, but it definitely contributed to the stroke. You know, eating bad, eating late night fried foods.
Yeah.
McDonald's, you know, and fast food in general, all this stuff contributes to the stroke. And blood pressure is known as the silent killer because you can walk around with it and you don't even know that you're about to get up out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. So what would you tell a lot of people that they need to do and get checked on as far as that goes? Because you said it's a silent killer.
Yeah. I mean, the thing I learned mostly is the acronym that the American Heart, American Stroke Association uses: FAST, face drooping, arm weakness, speech slurring. And if you see those things, FAST, it's time to go to the hospital.
Okay.
So if you're looking at somebody's face and like, nigga, your face sliding off. You tell that nigga to go to the hospital. You know, and it's incumbent upon women a lot of times because, you know, especially if you're dating an older guy, you got to know when that nigga's sick, man.
Yeah.
You got to know that motherfucker about to go. That motherfucker arm ain't moved in 3 days. It's time to get him the fuck up out of here.
You're like, baby, no, I just fell asleep. But
No, it's big.
No.
And let me tell you something. If your ass is tingling, if anything tingling, go to the hospital.
Right.
And then
anything tingling.
Anything tingling. And if you're a man over 40 and you getting a little help because your penis ain't acting right, that's a number one sign that you're dealing with blood issues, circulation issues. So you got to deal with that now. Stop going and getting your little pills out the liquor store.
Yeah. The honey packets ain't it.
The honey packets ain't it. Your blood ain't right, player.
Right. And not reaching
right.
that dick.
And the first, let me tell you something. What you want to do is you can maintain an erection your whole life if you take care of yourself.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay, but what about, because it's some niggas that been lipped since they was 19, right?
Hey, but it's the life you live. It's the life you live. And once you start getting help, you can't function without it.
Okay.
Once you start going to get the Viagra, once you start using the honey pack, and you 25 or 30, and you trying to show off.
Ooh, trying to go 3 rounds?
Man, let me tell you something. You better go lay down somewhere. Like my other advice, get you some sleep.
Get you some sleep. Y'all hear
And
that?
stop doing all that nasty stuff. Tori, you ain't doing nasty stuff out here nowadays.
What's the nasty stuff?
You know what they out there doing that.
What is that?
They out there
I'm
eating,
a woman of
they
the
out there
cloth.
eating each other's booty.
I'm the woman of cloth.
You ain't no booty eater, is you?
I'm the woman of the cloth.
Oh, you better not be eating no booty. Now, I tell you, I don't expect a woman eating any ass.
Okay, do you think if men want to get their booty ate, are they gay? What's that?
Any ass player is gay.
Any ass play?
All
gay?
ass players gay. Look at these guys. They trying to look away. You see them looking away? Every one of them looked away.
Wait, okay, because I heard that the libido is in the ass.
They do say the male something is located in the butt. I ain't gonna never find it. That shit top secret to me.
Okay.
I ain't gonna never find it. I don't want to know what's happening inside my booty hole. But I'm tell you right now, tell you something, you guys out there, I'm tell you something. First of all, I believe anybody under 30 is gay. All
You
the dudes.
believe?
All the dudes. I know these young bucks in here. They look at them.
Anybody under 30 is gay. Okay, I have a song called Girl You Knew. And no. And that song is about, men on the DL. I don't have a problem with gay men.
Not at all.
I have a problem with men that act straight but know that they are into men. That's the only problem I have. Because I think love who you want to love, but don't be fucking coming at me and
pretending.
Pretending.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, don't pretend.
Agree.
That's the brutally honest.
But we live in a different world now. We
Right.
live in a different world, and we got to know that people live your life like Tori said. Live your life, and whatever that thing means, that's what it means.
And at the end of the day, you know, we entertainment, and you got to be respectful. Everybody want respect.
Right.
Everybody want respect, whether you gay, straight, lesbian, whatever you are. And I'm a fan of the lesbian.
But what do you feel about Trump now getting rid of all of the pronouns?
I'm not no big fan of Trump nowhere.
Okay.
No way.
Okay.
But out of all the stuff he said, he kind of got me a little bit with that part. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because my daughter run track, and these trans athletes, we want to run and fight girls. I'm like, dog, if you don't get your damn and how about this? If you're a trans, I had Rodney Perry got word for you. Let me give you this. If you trans and your ass is trying to beat up on my daughter, then you got to fight both of us.
Yeah, you heard that?
I don't play that.
If you are trans, you got to fight the daughter and the father.
Both of them.
Okay. Now listen, here's another thing. I don't have a problem with trans people.
Be trans.
Only thing.
Flame Monroe is one of my closest friends.
I love Flame Monroe.
Yes.
And here's the thing too. What confused me though is when Caitlyn Jenner decided that she was no longer going to be Bruce Jenner.
Right.
Caitlyn
out of nowhere.
Right. Because I was like, hold up. I said, first of all, why would you wait till you're 78 years old to turn into a woman?
Just
like, don't nobody want that old pussy. Okay, Bruce Jenner. Nobody don't want that.
It actually new. It was new.
No, it was not. Okay.
He didn't even get one.
And then he didn't even change his voice box. Call me Caitlyn. Call me Caitlyn. No, your name is fucking Bruce. Okay, go back on the Wheeze box. But I knew. No. I knew. Listen.
Okay.
Listen. I knew it was a rap though, because when he started walking around with the big. Let me shut the fuck up. Let me shut up.
All right. Yeah,
but yeah, he he waited.
I agree with you. I agree with you in a lot of respects.
But I don't mind.
My thing, if you're gonna trans, let's look at a trans like a transformer. Okay. Remember the Transformers?
Yes.
Robots in disguise.
Right.
What if a transformer never turned into a car?
Wait, what do you mean? What if they never turned into a car?
I mean, the Transformers, they be walking like robots, and they transform.
Right.
But some of these guys, they transform, but they don't got the whole thing. Like it's this dude here in Atlanta. He's a trans comedian, but he
What's
don't
his name?
he don't never. I don't know what his name is. He don't never shave. I'm like, nigga, your skin ain't even smooth, nigga. You want to be a lady with 5 o'clock shadow? Man, you got to do the whole thing, dog. That's all.
Okay. So that's the okay.
Yeah.
So okay, well here, like I said, I don't mind people being who they are.
Be you.
'Cause
Be you.
It's just 78.
Let's be brutally honest, man.
Let's be brutally honest. Yeah, and that's another thing. People don't want to be brutally honest no more.
Yeah.
Remember when everybody was really speaking what they wanted to say? It's like the new generation, I feel like, you know, they're, and my kids is part of that.
Okay.
You know, they be so scared to speak their minds. You'll get canceled, Mom. This is what's going to happen. I'm like, get canceled by who?
I mean, you got to consider that nowadays, really. But, you know, like, I don't like people that's honest.
But we're comedians, Rodney. Why do we have to censor? Richard Pryor didn't censor himself. Richard Pryor was walking around saying faggot and whatever the fuck he talked about being burnt up from crack.
Yeah. Well, it was actually freebase cocaine.
Okay, freebase cocaine.
That's another thing. It's real close to crack, but not quite.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Give my drug knowledge.
But Trump got elected, and he was the most honest person. He got elected, and he say what
Trump be lying.
He do his
Trump
little
be lying.
dance.
Trump be lying. Though. If I do it. Hey, wait a second, Torrei Hart.
And people voted for him.
Yeah.
People voted for him, and he does his little dance.
But
he does
this is
all
what
of
Trump
that.
did. Trump weaponized racism. Oh, you
Wait, what, nigga?
You been brutally honest.
Where did the snake? What are we doing with
give
the
it that
snake?
much. He ain't gonna choke shit out of me.
Nah.
Okay. That boy can hit me too.
Yeah, she look thick.
Oh, I got a hole right here.
Yeah.
That little it's moving.
Yeah, she gonna move a little bit, give you a little massage.
Torrei Hart, only for you. Hey man, get this goddamn
Look, I got my back. I got my back.
Get this goddamn
I got my spike back. If you
that motherfucker
need
started squeezing my arm and shit. Like I'm about to die.
About to have another show.
Yo, that was crazy. Why do you have that?
You wanna feel it?
Oh yeah, that's
It's like a nice bag.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
You ain't gonna touch the snake?
You might as well.
Tell them your name.
My name is Q.
Q, okay.
Yeah, so Q's Animal Kingdom. You ready?
Q, Animal Kingdom, okay.
Hey, I know when Matt came here, how you feel about animals? I like, nigga, don't worry about it.
But I'm not a lesbian, so I can't.
I understand.
Yeah. Now, if that was a nigga snake,
A nigga snake. A nigga snake.
if that was a nigga snake, I would have rubbed on it a little longer.
Wow.
That's not a nigga snake.
Would you have went to the Diddy party?
I've been to a few Diddy parties.
Really?
Yeah.
You been to a Diddy party?
I have.
Now this is what I say about Hollywood, and we had our chance to see some of the Hollywood inner workings. I say this: you got to go home. You got to go home.
Yeah.
Like it's a moment I've been at parties. Like I was at James Foxx party one time.
Right.
He leaned over the balcony. He said, "Rodney Perry, you still here?" It was like 1:30. I was like, "Yeah, Fox." He's like, "Man, you having a good time?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "You still married, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "It's time for you to go."
Yeah.
Nigga, it's about to get crazy up in here in
Yeah.
12 minutes, nigga.
Yeah.
Get your ass up out of here. And I went home. And so I tell all my friends, go home.
Yeah.
If you want to maintain whoever you are, if you any integrity you got, go home.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Well, I went to a Chris Brown party one time, and they.
Would you dance?
Yeah. And they said, Torrei, it's about to be demon time. Like, we can't even disrespect you like that. Just leave. And I was like, fuck. Like, I guess I ain't cute enough to get disrespected.
Wait a minute.
Shit. I was like, because I know Chris Brown, like, light skinned
Did that mean
bitches
you- did that
and
mean
shit.
you an auntie?
I was
Are
like,
you an auntie yet?
I guess I was an auntie, because I was like, nigga, what? I want to be disrespected. Just, what the fuck? I want to see what it feels like to be at the Chris Brown. You know what I mean? But that's like, Torrei, go home. They didn't even let me through the front door.
Wow. You couldn't even
Yeah.
get in.
They said, Torrei, we cannot disrespect you like that.
Wow,
Go
that's
home.
crazy.
Yeah. So I went home.
But you can go to the Frankie Beverly party, though.
He did.
Yeah, he is gone. But he still got, they still got him on Tom Joyner cruise next week.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that like that.
He is out of here, though. He gone.
He's gone.
He definitely out of here.
Rest well. Rest well.
I'll do that joke again. You can't go on. You can't go to the Charlie Wilson party though.
He's still here?
Yeah, he alive.
I'm sorry.
You stupid as hell. Okay. I had no idea. Why did we never talk that link? The whole time we know each other.
We couldn't. I was married,
Yeah.
okay, and Kevin ain't want me talking to nobody.
Hilarious. My wife is crazy. She
Because
want me
then
talking
they would know how funny I was.
How about that?
Nobody could talk to me.
Wow, that's
Yeah, I had to be like this. I had to be like, I love you.
But you was never like that though.
Well, when I was like by myself, you know.
Oh wow.
But I was a good wife. I would, you know, I was like, you know,
Yeah.
I was docile. You know,
I remember thinking she's trying. You know,
She's trying.
She's trying. She's really trying to be a good wife.
I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I know.
absolutely.
It wasn't in me though. I was.
It
in
wasn't
here.
in you. Wait a minute.
That's why I was doing.
So how hard was it for you to find your way post marriage?
It's been a journey.
Yeah.
You know, I welcome it all. I'm excited about the journey, you know. But in the beginning, oh my God, it was not nice. It wasn't fun. You know, I had to watch him move on, and you know, I moved on, but then the one guy that I was about to marry, he died from cancer. Yeah. So that was very tough for me.
Of course.
And I was like, damn, God, really? You bring me somebody, then you take them from me? You know, and then navigating through LA, not knowing who's real and who's with
You gotta assume everybody on the bullshit. You gotta
Right.
assume that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, but it's my life. You know, I never knew.
And
it
you
would-
still here.
and I'm still here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's the journey for me. I'm excited about what's happening right now and in my future, and I wouldn't change it for nothing.
How about that?
Yeah. Because I'm still happy. Like, I've always been a happy person. I've always been a person that's a go-getter and just want the best out of life. So nothing or anything is ever going to deter me. I don't care who you are or what you do, you know, because I've had doors shut in my face and people who didn't want to work with me because of my relationships with Kevin. They're scared that they're going to offend him. I'm like, he's never going to work with you anyway.
Anyway, how about
He
that?
doesn't even know your name.
He's not taking your call.
And what are you scared of? You know, he's up here. Like, this man is
Right.
like he's the number one guy. You think he's gonna work with you
It ain't gonna happen.
at all?
Now, this hard to answer. I know it's gonna answer. I don't even know why I'm even asking.
Look, you asking me
I
questions.
know
Now
I-
you the
like-
interviewer. Here, take
I
my
really
question.
wanna know this, I really wanna know
Take my cheetah print.
Oh shit! It's on here. Okay, so okay, no. Who surprised you trying to holler? Can
At
you
me?
say who surprised you? Like, yo, dog, are you serious?
I ain't gonna put that out there.
Can't really put that name. What's the name of the show?
Yeah, well, I'm being honest. I can't put that out there.
Okay, say no more. Say no more.
Yeah, because, I can't. I might have tried to holler back.
I better get a little something.
I can't put that out there. But, I mean, let's just say it's a crazy world.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
What would you say there's one thing, though, that the world doesn't know about Rodney Perry?
That's a great question. I'm a bit of an open book, but I don't think people know that I'm really not nice.
You're not nice?
I'm a nice guy. I'm a great human being, but I'm super duper competitive.
Yeah, you're a
and
Virgo.
and I'm always lightweight competing, like whether it's dominoes or spades or Madden.
Remember when I used to kick your ass in dominoes?
That's not true, Torrei.
Remember?
Torrei, that's not true.
No, it's very true. I used to win.
People don't beat me in dominoes.
I do. I used to beat you. Do we have dominoes?
I got some in my car right now.
You have them in your car?
I got dominoes in my car. We can play.
Do we
on
have
camera.
time to get
We
the
do
dominoes?
not. We do not. We do not. We do not.
Okay.
We do not.
Because I win. I have trophies.
You got a domino trophy.
Poker. It was the same thing.
Now, I recently retired from playing poker.
Okay. Do you have trophies?
I don't have any
I
trophies.
have 3.
Really?
Yes.
Who you play?
I played at the MGM
What do you love about it?
that I win.
You love winning.
Yeah.
See, this is my fundamental problem with poker. That any 2 cards can win.
That's not true. You still have to have skill, and you still have to
No,
know
you
when to hold them and when to fold
You
them.
do need
and you still have
skill.
to read people. You have to know position. Okay. You have to know when that button is here. Are you going to play that? Okay. You have to know the statistics. You have to know the odds. Okay. So.
Oh, no. I completely agree. That's why I read talking about.
Okay.
I'm done. I ain't playing another hand of poker in my life. I
You
promise.
done? What Angie told you done?
No, I said it myself. She don't believe me. She think I'm gambling right now. But
Okay.
I really did retire, man. And when you give something up, it happens in stages. So like, first time I quit gambling, I knew I hadn't quit because I knew I was gonna gamble again.
Okay.
But this latest time I quit, maybe like 6 weeks ago, and so it don't count because it's new. No, so I knew I would, but don't have the desire to gamble no more. And
For right now.
Period. No, it's gone. It's gone. I know it's gone.
It's going?
I've been delivered.
You've been delivered?
Been delivered.
I've been delivered. How do you feel about comedian beef?
I'm not a fan of it,
Okay.
but comedians are like anybody else. They're like we're people. So you're not gonna like everybody,
Right.
Corey Holcomb told me years ago, he said, Rodney Perry,
You said
everybody.
who did?
Corey Holcomb. He
Corey
said-
fucking Holcomb.
he
He be
said-
talking shit about me for whatever reason. And I don't know why, because I've never said one bad thing about Corey Holcomb, ever. Matter of fact, I used to cook for Corey Holcomb.
Indeed.
Okay, and you remember when we used to live on Poinsettia, okay, when we first moved to LA, I used to have everybody over. I would cook for the comedians, and so I don't understand, Corey Holcomb, what your beef is with me, but keep my name out your mouth. Okay.
How about that?
All right.
That's brutally honest.
That's brutally honest. Keep my name out your mouth, okay? And don't hit women,
Well,
because you hit Christina. You hit
he
Christina.
say he didn't.
Keep your hands to yourself and stop talking shit about me, because I ain't never said nothing about you.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I thought we were cool. Okay.
How about that?
All right.
And thing about that, I personally I don't hit women for no reason.
Right.
Like somebody said, well, he said he didn't hit. He said he mushed. I'm like, you can't mush
You
no
can't
woman.
mush a
You
woman.
can't mush a woman, dog. But that's neither here nor there. But
Like, what are you
but
doing?
everybody's not gonna like you for whatever reason. Some people just not gonna like you.
Right.
And that is what it is. But I hate to see it play out in public.
Yeah.
I hate to see it play out in public. I think some things are just not for public consumption.
Right.
Like, if you got beef with me, call me.
Right.
like when the whole thing happened with Cat and Said the Entertainer, two people I like and respect, and I'm like, that shit was too long ago for me. Like, if it happened in '98 and we just talking about it in 2024, nigga, let it go.
How do you feel about that? Because I mean, I went on tour with Cat.
Of course.
So, and a lot of people don't know, me and Cat have been friends for over 20 years as well. And so, Cat has watched my dogs. These dogs, my pit bull, my kids.
He's a dog guy. He's a dog guy.
I mean, yeah, me and my kids have been over there. Me and Cat have a rapport.
Yeah, you had a relationship.
Yeah, but
without being relationship.
Without fucking. Okay, let me get that
go.
straight. We've never had intercourse, never kissed, none of that. But for whatever reason, people felt like I was an op for going on tour with Cat.
Oh, that was definitely what was being said in the streets.
Yeah, and I'm like, how am I an op? I'm like, I'm divorced.
Been divorced. A decade. Yeah.
I'm just going to get my money.
But you talk about beef. It felt like at that moment that Cat and Kevin was at odds, and I don't think Kevin was even engaging in it at all.
He wasn't, and here's another crazy thing. I called Kevin, and I said, Kev, listen, I got an opportunity to go on tour. This was already happening before that came out.
All that, right?
Yeah, and so
I don't think people knew that.
Yes,
nobody knew.
And so Kevin was like, I know how much Cat loves you, and I know your relationship. Go on tour.
Wow.
So that's why it was like, yo, stop trying to bring beef between me and my family. Because at the end of the day, that's still my family. That's my kid's father. Me and his new wife are cool. Stop trying to bring beef.
Stop trying to bring.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
I don't think you never said that publicly. That's
I don't know, because
we got exclusive here. Hold on, we got brutally honest.
Brutally honest, because we were all, I was just there for Christmas. We were having Christmas dinner. The kids going off to prom and dances, and me and Aniko was throwing shots back, okay, at the house, laughing, and Kevin walking over like, what the fuck y'all laughing at? We laughing at you, little nigga. Like, so stop trying to bring beef. Yeah. So
now, does the success make it easier to deal with? Make the new wife, the new kids, does the fact that there's good money involved make that easier to
of course.
More palatable?
Yeah. If you worked at McDonald's, fuck you.
Really honest. Keep it 1,000.
I'm keeping it 1,000. Because like I said, I helped build that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
matter of fact, without you, do it even get built?
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
Brutally honest. And without him, there's no me, and without me, there's no him. So that synergy that was put together was there for a reason.
Right.
And it's doing what it's supposed to do. And that's the same with you. Behind you, and there's a strong woman.
That's a fact.
And most men, that's why I was with him when he got a star in the Walk of Fame. He said
it's our star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were there, and that's so awesome to hear you characterize it that way, because I think people looking in from the outside, they don't know.
Right.
Torrei, I mean, you got to think all the first material was about you.
I was funny as fuck. I got class clown in high school. I was always a practical joker. I lived for comedy.
What do you love about stand-up?
I just love it. I love the writing process. I love making people laugh. I love going into the comedy club. I love that you never know what's going to happen. So I love spontaneity. So I love going on stage and looking at somebody, and if they're not laughing, I'm like, ooh, that's the person I want to get.
I gotta get them.
Yeah, but recently though, I've kind of been like, fuck you if you don't want to laugh. The people that are laughing, those are
I'm servicing them. Yeah.
Right. And I've learned that because as an entertainer, we naturally want to what? We want to get people to like us and entertain.
Indeed.
But everybody's not going to be our people.
Yeah.
And so I'm also learning to be okay with that. Like, okay, you may not like me. Your loss, not mine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done, Torrei Hart.
Yeah. So.
I'm like super proud of you. I'm about to cry.
Oh, I love you, Rodney. You know, he was one of my favorites. Like, when you left LA, I really was sad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was sad. So let me ask you this, okay? 60 seconds, no filter.
Okay.
What do you want to get off of your chest?
What do I want to get off my chest? Okay. You know, when you're Rodney Perry, you get to live this comedy life, man. Right? I'm traveling around the country. I'm doing my thing. But you look at your peers, you can't help it.
Okay.
You know, you look at the Kevin Harts of the world and Cat Williams, the guys that we were all together.
Right.
Nobody knew, you know. And I used to kind of want that thing. But as of late, I'm really working on just being thankful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm saying thank you, God. And there was a time when I was afraid to say this in public, but God told me, say, dog, if you show people what I mean to you, or what you mean to me in public, I'll take care of you. And He's always taking care of me. But I'm in a perpetual state of thankfulness. And what I mean with that is, like, I've bought homes, I've bought cars, I put children through college, all on comedy, all on jokes.
Right.
And that in itself is success. So thank you, Lord.
Amen. And here's the thing. Let me tell you something. The fact that you did that off of what you love to do, your craft, you already winning. And everything that glitters isn't always gold. And so when you see somebody else doing something, trust and believe, sometimes those people are wishing that they can hide, or they don't have to necessarily have that pressure of being in the spotlight like that, because everything is not always what it seems to be cracked up to be.
Wow.
Yeah. And you're dope as fuck. And at the end of the day, Rodney, you still have a good 30 more years, okay?
I got at least 30 more summers.
Okay, you got 30 more summers. As Deion Cole would say,
Yeah.
you got 30 more summers. I got 30 more summers.
Yeah.
So guess what? Who's to say what you really want? And if that's what your heart desires, you're not going to get that. Okay? So if that's what you truly want, don't think like you're going to get it.
I got you.
I got one other thing for you.
Okay, get it.
All right.
Let me see if I can do
Now
it.
this is a game called Holy or Hell Nah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So holy is more like yes, and of course hell nah
goodness
is
gracious.
no. Okay.
Yes or no question. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Joke stealing,
Hell no.
of course. Yes.
Hell no. And I asked my friends, I'm gonna ask you this.
Okay.
Is it joke stealing if you get a guy credit? Or if you say it, but so and so has said this, can you do that?
Well, I think you can. I don't think that's joke stealing if you give the credit, because if it goes into your bit, right? If it goes within the bit, then no. But if you just out here telling jokes, you're like, yeah, that nigga said that.
Right.
But no. But if it's part of the bit,
In real life, you can do that.
yes.
Yes, agreed.
But don't just be on stage telling somebody a joke,
Come on,
okay,
dog.
all night.
Come on, dog.
Because it could be a comedian, the whole set be like, I'm here to deliver jokes. So and so said this. So, because that's
why
the world's gonna come
lightweight
to.
not a big fan of impressionists.
Right.
Like, and don't get me wrong. I mean, Godfrey does impressions. What's the young kid? It's a few of those guys that do impressions. But when you're kind of doing a guy, especially Jay Farrell, a guy that's still alive.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. You kind of doing him. You doing his
Yeah.
essence. I don't. That's not really fair.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not really into impression. I think it's easy.
Oh, it's not easy.
No, it is. It is. It's very easy because all you have to do is watch them over and over and then just study, and it's nothing original about it.
Everybody can't do it though.
Yeah, they can.
Well, who you can do? Who you do? Who you can do? Go ahead, Torrei Hart.
No, I can't. So I'm lying.
Just two, baby. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
But I just said, and I do spoofs though. I kind of got into the game doing spoofs.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but when I did a Basketball Wives spoof.
Yes.
And that's how I got into the game. Russell Simmons' company, All Deaf Digital.
Yeah.
Saw my
You matter of fact, you were like the first viral way.
Pioneers.
Yeah.
Me and Simone Shepard, we had Pretty Funny Fish, and we were doing all of this before TikTok, Instagram. We were doing it on YouTube. Shout out to Russell Simmons because All Deaf Digital gave us an opportunity and gave us a big bag when money was not.
When nobody making money, no money. Yeah.
So
And I'm gonna ask you this.
Okay.
Who's the most important figure in black comedy in the last 30 years, in your opinion? I'm gonna tell you my answer.
Okay, I have to say my ex-husband.
Kevin is very important.
Yeah.
But Ice Cube to me is the most important.
Ice Cube?
Ice Cube.
Really?
Ice Cube. There isn't a black comic that didn't go through Ice Cube.
Wow.
Think about it.
Okay.
Mike Epps, Chris Tucker. You know, Kevin was kind of
Oh,
Kevin was already gone, but you know, he got his first $100 million movie with Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, yeah.
Ice Cube.
Right along.
Yeah.
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 Wow, you're
Ice
so
Cube
right.
Ice Cube is important, man.
Yeah.
To black comedy.
Okay.
All right.
I love that. Come on, Rodney Perry. Okay. Comedians getting plastic surgery, holy or hell no?
I mean, I got a couple of my guys that rearrange their hairline. And if your hair's gone, man, I'm all for getting help. Whatever makes you feel better.
Right.
Like I don't like guys who they don't like girls with lashes or they don't
Right.
like weave. Whatever make you feel better, do it. You know, if that's now, I don't want to see no dude with no BBL.
It's happening.
I don't want to see it. But they say they got to do penis surgery, and you know.
And niggas are going from 5'3" to 5'9". You know they got.
They got the little lifts.
Yeah.
Between your shoes. That's right.
No. They got knee surgeries where they're making.
Oh no, I ain't gonna chop my legs off and then add
Yeah, they're making niggas tall.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
That's too much.
I'm a big fan of breast augmentation.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm a big fan of the BBL as well.
Okay, you are. So you like the BBL?
It's nice to look at.
Okay, nice to look at. That's it though. What else are you gonna do with it?
You know. I mean, I'm married. I might eat a booty every once in a while.
Okay.
That's gonna be the clip right there. That's gonna be the clip. God dang it! Don't try to clip that.
Listen, listen. As I get older, I've noticed that gravity, like my butt, is.
It ain't where it was.
No, and so I've thought about it. I thought about a BBL. I have.
Really?
I have. Especially coming to Atlanta. You know, like in LA, I can get away with.
Oh, easily.
You know,
You thick in LA. You super thick in LA.
Yeah, my semi-flat booty, whatever. But when I come to Atlanta, I'm like, shit. These bitches out here, biscuits and titties.
Waffle House. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, it's different.
Yeah, indeed.
I'm like, but at least mine's is real. Okay. Do you still have groupies?
Do I still is hilarious. You know, this is what I think. You know, I've always been regular faced it. So I ain't never been no really handsome guy.
Right.
But absolutely.
Okay.
There are women that will be with you just because you're a comedian. Just
So you
'cause
can
you're
cheat
funny.
on your wife if you want
If I wanted to, absolutely.
Okay.
Without hesitation.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's crazy, but I'm like, to me, like a woman that knows you're married that would lay down with you is disrespectful.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't let nobody rob your house and break in and shoot up your house,
Right.
or you let her come in and destroy your family.
Yeah, I think Angie would beat their fucking ass.
My wife is a nut.
Yeah, Angie's not
My wife
playing
is
that.
a maniac.
Yeah, so don't do it, ladies. Okay.
Leave below.
Yeah. Your legacy. What would you like to leave as your legacy?
When it's all said and done, I want to be respected among my peers.
Mm-hmm.
When it's all said and done, I would like, when they're talking about the greatest that ever did it, I want to be in the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I love that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And one last question for you, Mr. Perry. Advice to all up and coming comedians.
My advice is this: find out if you love what we do first.
Mm-hmm.
If you love it, the best advice I give you is just don't quit, because it will get hard.
Mm-hmm.
You will reach an impasse, and you must go past that, go through that 100, 150, 200 times, 300 times, and the only way you lose is to quit.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I want to add to that. I want to say, you know if it's your call or not. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
You know, because I've had moments where I thought about it, quitting. And then I would have people come up to me like, Torrei, why we haven't seen you on stage? But I'm like, oh, you niggas actually think I'm funny? Like, why y'all didn't tell me this? Like,
How
because
about that?
I would have moments where, you know, it's like, damn, am I funny? Like, I was getting so much pushback. Like, oh, she's just doing this because of Kevin. It's like, no, I'm not. I was class clown in high school. I'm actually funny, you know, but I got so much pushback. So there was moments where I took off because I was like, I don't feel like I have the love or the support of my community.
Right.
So for me, it was a call. You know, it was on my life. It was just like, okay, God would be like, get back in. What are you doing? So you know if it's a call on your life.
Yeah.
So if it's that call on your life, go for it. But you know if it's not. So
If it's not, go sit your dumb ass down.
yeah, if you still doing open mics and you 15 years in the game, it's not for you.
Well,
No,
Keep
Rodney.
going, keep
no,
going.
we're not going to tell them to keep going.
Keep
Okay,
going.
we're going to be brutally honest. No, you're not going to keep going if it's open mics. Okay, after
but if you're in Raleigh, North Carolina, ain't nowhere else to go.
nigga, you know you supposed to leave 10 years ago.
Oh God. Okay.
Didn't you leave?
I left.
Everybody leaves. They know when you're supposed to leave. You leave.
Different time now.
Your spirit tells you when to go.
You don't have to leave no more though. You got social media. You
Okay, that is
see the
true.
world.
Okay, so real quick, social media comedians.
What about them?
Are they comedians?
Why not?
Cause they can edit.
This is the biggest difference.
They can edit.
Well, that don't have nothing to
It
do.
ain't live.
Let me tell you. First of all, you got to go on stage. You got to go on stage at some point. But the only thing that's different from them and when I was in that same juncture is the way you get famous. The vehicle to get famous is different. We were trying to get on TV and in movies. You can get famous from your phone. You can sit in front of your phone and go live and become famous to the world.
But does that make you a content creator or a comedian?
Well, only thing that makes you a comedian is going on stage in front of live people.
Okay, so then they are not comedians, they are content creators.
Until they go on stage. Once they start going on stage, once you become Country Wayne and you start going on stage, once you become
Okay.
Desi Banks, you start going on stage, then you become a
Mojo
comedian.
Brooks.
Mojo Brooks.
He's
I really
killing
like
it right now.
I really like
Now,
him.
Mojo is that motherfucker.
I really like
funny.
him. He's a Chicagoan too. So
Yeah.
I really like
Okay,
him.
Chicago.
You know,
Yeah.
I really like him, but you gotta go on stage.
Right.
And until you go on stage, you just like you said, a content creator.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't take nothing away from that because you're selling tickets. But the club don't give a damn about you. Because the minute you stop selling tickets, you back being a regular person.
Right, right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Content creators. Till you hit that stage, content creators, you are not a comedian, you are a content creator.
Be honest then.
Brutally honest. Okay, y'all, listen, we gotta wrap this up. I could talk to you for hours. Thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank you
I
for having me.
appreciate you so much.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Y'all give it up for the living legend, Mr. Rodney Perry. Rodney, let the people know what you got coming up, what you got going on.
Oh, absolutely. I'm easy to find. Rodney Perry Live on all social media. A brand new podcast called Comedy and Crime.
Comedy and crime.
It's my foray into true crime. Cause
Okay.
I looked out on the landscape of podcasts, and there was very few black people that were talking about true crime. So I wanted to cover some of that stuff. So we got some great shows. I put up a new broadcast every Tuesday, and I got a new show I'm developing. It's called a micro comedy series. It's stand-up comedy meets Tiny Desk.
Okay.
So it's a small space like this,
Right.
But you know, it's comedy at its finest. You know,
Okay.
it's small. Everything is small about it, and so I'm excited about that. And I direct my first movie a couple months ago.
Hey, what's the name of it?
It's called Deceitful Lies. It's in
Okay.
post-production right now. So
Okay. Okay, so we'll be on the lookout for Deceitful Lies. And anything else you want to say? Or
let's get out of here, Torrei.
okay.
I'm getting sleepy.
He's getting tired.
I'm old.
He's old. Look at his goatee. But I love you. Thank you so much again. I'm Torrei Hart, y'all. This is another episode of Brutally Honest. And I just need y'all to keep staying in, stay tuned, because you never know what you're going to get. Peace.
Girl, you knew that. Girl, you knew that. Girl, you knew that. Girl, you better read his gangster lean. Pay attention to everything. Walk around town like he the shit, but behind closed doors.